Welcome back to another episode of the Face Mask Podcast, everybody. So, today we have an NHL video. If you guys don't know, new to the channel, we post NHL and NFL podcast format videos. As every now and then we'll have a little bit of a shorter video. I just posted one about the New York Jets, if you guys are interested in that. Talking about how much they suck and how much they've sucked since 2010. So, if you guys are Jets fans, not even Jets fans, I would still recommend watching it. It's pretty entertaining. Alongside me, I got No Doubt Dog. I am Orb. There's No Doubt Dog's pretty face.
Yeah.
The Sharks got their first win of the season. That's why we're both wearing Sharks hats.
Yep.
But before we go ahead and get into everything that happened this week, let's talk about trades and injuries.
Yeah.
So there was the first trade. Vancouver Canucks, they're going to get Lucas Reichel from same thing. From the Chicago Blackhawks. They gave up a 4th-round pick, and the reason why I said same thing is because he's really not been a household name whatsoever. He was a 17th overall selection in the 2020 draft, and he's never really lived up to the potential. He still is only 23, so there might be some chance of a resurgence in his career with the Canucks, but he's been nothing more than a role player.
Yeah,
and
depth piece. That's what Vancouver's banking on. That's why they do that trade, just depth.
Which, I mean, that's not bad, giving up a 4th-round pick for a depth piece. I'm sure his career will probably be a little bit better in Vancouver because they got more stuff figured out than Chicago does, I would say. So, I would say it's kind of a win-win for both organizations. I mean, it's kind of what he was worth.
I think you could also argue that you could. I mean, a 4th-round pick is in hockey. It's a pretty good pick. I mean, you could find some really good players in the 4th round. I mean, now is it a dart throw? Yes, but there are lots of names that that get taken in the 4th round that are actually now household names. So, yeah.
Absolutely. All right. And now let's talk about the Patrick Laine injury. He's going to be out for the Canadiens for a minimum of 4 months, and it could lead to 6 months.
Oof.
So, honestly, if you want my full opinion about it, I don't think it's that big of a deal for the Canadiens. I think they're so stacked with literally everybody they have in general. I mean, Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, Ivan Devanov, Lane Hudson, Noah Dobson. I think the Canadiens will be just fine. I mean, it hurts because he is one of your better players, but at the same time, I don't think he's one of your superstars on your team.
No, he's sadly he's a depth piece as well, especially at this point of his career. I mean, he's been nothing more than depth on anything that he's ever been. Now, he was drafted to not be a depth piece, but he just didn't pan out. And I was watching the game the other night, the Canadiens versus the Oilers, and the Canadiens looked pretty damn good without Laine. So I don't think it's a big loss.
Yeah, I don't think it's really that huge of a loss either.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about what happened in this past week in the NHL. Sabres, they pull off an impressive win against the Red Wings and the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they are facing the Maple Leafs back-to-back. That game is currently going on as we're recording.
They just took the lead.
Yep, looks like Tage Thompson just scored.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, some of this is going to be subject to change a little bit by the time it gets uploaded, but I mean, obviously, that happens. We can't record literally every little stat the second it happens, but Sabres, I mean, they're doing pretty solid. I think a 3-game win streak after, I think it's a 3-game win streak after they start the season 0-3. So they're right around the 500 range and outscoring the opponents pretty well. And keep in mind, they don't even have UPL on their active roster. I think he is coming back soon.
I think he's close to returning.
Yeah. Actually, no, he's playing right now. He's playing today, actually. I think today's his first day back against the Maple Leafs. So Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is back. But, it's pretty impressive. They were able to get those 3 wins without him. And I want to highlight someone who's been really good for the Sabres.
Lion.
Well, Lion too. Yeah, no Lion. He got a shutout one of the games, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, their backups have been pretty impressive. But I was going to highlight someone on the offensive side. I mean, obviously, I would say their goaltending's been pretty impressive. Jack Quinn. This is a guy they needed to step up, especially since they got rid of JJ Paterka. I wasn't a huge fan of them losing JJ Paterka when it happened. I was like, that's going to be a huge loss. And, it still is a loss, but Jack Quinn, that is a guy they needed to step up for sure. And so far, he has 7 games played, 3 goals, 3 assists, so that equals 6 points, obviously, and a plus minus of +1. That's pretty impressive considering last year he was playing majority third line minutes. Every now and then they'd sneak him up on the second line. So, yeah, no, that's pretty impressive and definitely the jump they want to see from their young winger.
Yeah, yeah. He's one of those guys that needs to keep trending up, and yeah, he's got to be healthy in order to trend up. So fingers crossed.
But like Josh Norris.
Oh, Josh Norris, he's a walking hospital bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Jack Quinn is as a Sabres fan, I like him, and I want to see that growth keep going up. But he's also got to stay healthy, and so hopefully he has a good season where he doesn't miss many games, and if he could develop into something, maybe the loss of Dylan Cousins isn't going to be such a big thing now. And there's a ton of other names on the Sabres that are also needing to trend upward.
Yuri Kulich.
You're cool, and he's doing good too.
Yeah.
Same with Quinn, but Krebs and Benson. Those are guys that need to take the next step this season, and definitely help Tage Thompson, and Alex Tuck and whatnot get some more offense on the board, and also be responsible defensively.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and Owen Power's another one of those guys that needs to take the next step up. So, yeah, no, the Sabres are a team that they have a lot of guys that are on the brink of going up to the next ladder, the next rung on the ladder. And in order for the Sabres to make the playoffs, they pretty much all of them need to do that.
Yeah, all be on their A game essentially.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you, do you think this is the year it happens for Buffalo? They crack a playoff spot.
Based on what I've saw so far this season, I don't think so.
No. Okay.
I don't think so.
I'll give a different answer. I think it's possible. I wouldn't say it's a for sure thing. That Atlantic Division is very tough, but
Yeah.
I think they got the people. Do they have the coaching? I don't think so. I don't like the coaching, but
rough.
they do have the people. I mean, Tage Thompson has emerged himself into being one of the superstars of the league. Same with Rasmus Dahlin, even though every now and then he does have some issues defensively, which he's a defenseman, so you obviously don't want that.
Yeah.
But at UPL, I'm a big fan of him, even though he kind of had a down year last year. But like those guys at their A game, I mean, I feel like they could sneak into a playoff spot. I really think they could, and especially with Jack Quinn's resurgence kind of happening, I think that is.
Hopefully, that continues all year.
Yeah, because it's easy to say things only 7 or 8 games into the season, but
yeah.
All right, now let's talk about Matthew Schaefer. Very, very impressive for the 18-year-old. I mean, keep in mind,
this kid's only 18.
Only 18. And he's a defenseman. 8 games played for the Islanders, 2 goals, 5 assists. It's going to equal 7 points. And his plus minus is a +3. a plus minus of a +3 in your first 8 games as a defenseman for a team like the Islanders.
That's good.
That's very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Not only is he contributing offensively, you can tell he's being a nuisance, or not a nuisance. Well, a nuisance to the other people's offense, if you understand what I'm saying. He's getting in the way of the passing lanes and everything. I mean, this kid is he's not the smart, or he's not the biggest defenseman you can have, but he seems pretty smart. His hockey IQ is, I would say, it's up there, especially for an 18-year-old. He obviously doesn't have a body like a Victor Hedman or anything like that, but he is finding ways to make defensive plays and obviously offensive plays.
Yeah. And especially at 18 years old, like the defensemen normally they take a little bit to, they even take like even two seasons to develop into a respectable NHL defenseman, because that's between, I don't know, it's between defensemen and goalies. They take a little bit as rookies. Like they will take probably a full 2 years before they start to turn into what they were potentially supposed to be. But yeah, maybe it's beginner's luck. But this kid, Matthew Schaefer, he seems to have it, and
He's
fingers crossed for him that he keeps that up, and
I think it's no doubt about it. He's only going to get better.
Yeah, and there's another guy who we're gonna mention up. I don't know if we're gonna mention him later, but you brought him up when we were talking about the Canadians.
Lane Hudson.
Lane Hudson he kind of did that too.
No, yeah, for sure.
He last season he was actually pretty good.
Are we gonna have
as a rookie?
We might have back-to-back defensive calendar winners.
Calder.
I think the award thing is stupid for hockey.
Yeah, but because you can't pronounce the name of them.
No, that's only one thing. I can pronounce Art
call-
Ross. I can pronounce Art Ross.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. But anyway,
you need a call.
Anyway, if you guys haven't seen the previous,
Calder Trophy.
But anyway, if you guys haven't seen the previous episodes, we have said many times we are not very good at pronouncing names, which doesn't go hand in hand with hockey. I am a little bit worse than others, and I'll admit it. I don't really care if I don't butcher it bad enough to where you guys know what I'm talking about, what you guys did, then I don't really care. But
I'm pretty good at pronouncing the hockey names, but I am pretty bad at remembering names of players in the football side of things.
Yeah, which, I mean, it happens. I mean, you got to think, we cover 2 sports on this channel, which I'm not complaining. I love it, but just sometimes something goes in and out of your brain. But anyway, I digress. So Lane Hudson and Matthew Schaefer might have back-to-back Rookie of the Year. Back-to-back Rookie of the Year being defensemen. And I think those two are going to actually be, like, very good. Like, well, obviously, but for, like, years to come. Yeah. I think they're going to run the league for a while on the blue line for their teams.
I think that's good for the Canadians. It's been a while since the Canadians have had a really good puck-moving defenseman.
PK Subban.
Yeah, PK Subban. He's been retired for how long? Another big name on the back end for the blue line for the Habs is Shea Weber.
I guess you want to count that. Which, like, don't get me wrong, he's a stud, but
yeah,
those last couple of years are kind of rough.
Oh yeah, but still,
yeah,
it's still a big name.
Yeah, no, that is kind of a good point.
And it's been a while for the Islanders to have a really big name on defense.
I would say Noah Dobson, but I think Matthew Schaefer is gonna easily overlap Noah Dobson.
Yeah, I believe that too. Yeah.
Like, I see what you're saying, but, like, also at the same time, it's like Noah Dobson's career compared to Matthew Schaefer's career, I think there's going to be a very clear, better career. So, yeah, I know what you mean there for sure.
So good for those franchises that they have, a young piece.
Yeah, Matthew Schaefer's actually making the Islanders not suck. I think they're on a 4-game winning streak. Actually, it just got
Well,
snapped
no, yeah,
today.
they lost.
Just
Yeah,
got snapped today by the Flyers of all teams. But
yeah, yeah.
Trevor
Uh,
Zegras got his first goal as a Flyer in that game. I remember seeing that.
yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, let's go ahead. We're going to talk about special teams here. So the good old power play, the PP, and the good old penalty kill, the PK. So obviously, this is every coach's wet dream right here, where we go ahead and break down analytics about the power play, the penalty kill. Let's go ahead and talk about the top 5 power plays in the National Hockey League. So this is just off success rate, and it's for the team. And we're going to do a little game here. We're going to have No Doubt Dog and me pick one team that will stay in the top 5 for both sides of it till the end of the year, and then one team that is like, that's a fluke. I don't think they'll stay there the whole entire year. So top 5 on the power play. We have the Vegas Golden Knights at number 1 with 32.1 success rate. Not too shocking there. The Knights have scored a lot of goals. Number 2 is going to be the Minnesota Wild with a 31.2% success rate. Number 3 on the power play is going to be the Winnipeg Jets with a 20% or 30%. And then the New Jersey Devils technically tie the Jets with a 30% as well. And then the number 5 is going to be the Dallas Stars with 29.4%. So out of all those teams, who do you think is going to stay there for the rest of the season? And who do you think is going to be one team that just kind of fizzles out as the season
I,
goes on?
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you pick who stays in the top 5 for the entire year. I think the answer is obvious.
I think there's a few answers here that will probably stay, but
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but just go ahead and pick one for the sake of it. I'm gonna say the Dallas Stars,
Oh,
which
okay.
which probably wasn't the easiest choice to make. I mean, obviously, I think I don't want to take any credit away from you, but
Yeah.
I think the Golden Knights was probably the
Yeah.
easiest.
No, that's my
That's
pick.
probably the easiest one to say that will stay, but I wanted
Yeah.
to be a little spicy, and I do like the Dallas Stars quite a bit. I mean, they got a very high powered offense. Wyatt Johnston, Mikko Rantanen was a major addition.
Yeah.
Jason Robertson, even though people think he's kind of already hit his peak is very impressive. I mean, he's very good. So yeah, I mean, I could go on about the Stars, but I think they'll stay in the top 5 for sure. They definitely
I
will
could.
capitalize on their power play.
I I could see that too. Like I don't think that was a bad or a wrong answer.
Yeah,
Because
I think obviously the easiest one to say was the Golden Knights, but I just wanted to spice it up a little bit. So you're saying the Golden Knights?
yes, yeah, for obvious reasons. I mean, Marner. I mean, that's pretty much he runs a power play by himself along with Eichel and
Yeah,
uh, Pavel D.
Dorofiev.
You
I finally remembered
know how to pronounce?
I finally remembered how to pronounce his name, Dorofiev. Yes.
Yeah, and
Uh,
then Mark Stone and stuff like that. So, yeah, no, Vegas Knights are going to have a power play to be reckoned with, sadly. As a Sharks fan, it pains me to say that, but
yeah, if you haven't noticed, No Doubt Dog's a fan of a little bit of everybody, but that's all right. We don't discriminate. And then the team to get rid of that I don't think will stay in the top 5 in power play, and I don't think No Doubt Dog's gonna like it because it's one of his teams.
well, no,
I'm,
I'm going to say the same team.
I'm gonna say the Minnesota Wild. They are a good team. They definitely have a high-powered offense, but it's not looked like it so far. And when you compare the Wild to the teams like the Vegas Golden Knights, the Winnipeg Jets, the New Jersey Devils, and the Dallas Stars,
The offense ain't there.
yeah, I mean the Wild are good. Don't get me wrong, but you compare them to someone like the Golden Knights, the Jets, Devils, Stars. I would take their roster not 10 times out of 10, but 9 times out of 10. I would take their roster. Um, I mean, Mark Scheifele, he essentially just runs that whole entire power play for the Jets, and it works. I mean,
Yeah,
I think he's the all-time scorer for Thrasher and Jet history combined. If not, he's top 3. I remember seeing that on NHL Network a couple weeks ago. And then something like the Golden Knights, I don't even really need to explain myself there. Devils, the Devils, they did have some scoring inconsistency last year, but that's only because of Jack Hughes' injury, I believe. So I think they'll stay up there, and obviously the Stars. I think their very high powered offense will stay in the top five. So let's
I
go
th-
ahead and have you pick.
I see. I could see the Devils slipping out of it too, but I was going to go with the Minnesota Wild because um, me liking the Wild more so than the other teams. I watch a lot of their games, and the Wild are a very streaky team,
That is
and
true.
they they'll go through games where they don't put up goals, and that's good. That's going to kill your power play. Your power play is going to suffer when you're not scoring goals. Um, on the uh, on the NHL Network we were just watching, and it said that Minnesota was they're in a slump right now. That their last 5 games, they're 1-3-1 in their last 5, and it said they had 8 goals in those 5 games.
And you're giving 17 million to Kaprizov.
That
You're gonna,
that's
yeah.
you know that's not going to be good, and obviously your power play is not hitting on all cylinders in those games. So yeah, I could easily see them like they will not be in the top 5. They might not even be in the top 10.
I think they'll be in the top 10 probably, just because I mean they're
Uh,
streaky. Think about it. Though. Think about when they get hot though.
yeah,
Rossi, George, Sadak, Kaprizov.
Rossi is another one of the guys like the one I said for the Sabres. He needs to, you know,
Oh, he will. Oh, trust
keep
me, he will.
keep projecting up and
Ziv
whatnot.
Buyum.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like him. I think he'll be good. All right, let's go to the top 5 penalty kills. So number
Okay.
one in the league is going to be the Winnipeg Jets, which was a little surprising to me,
Well, okay.
with a 96.3 success rate.
That's probably because of Hellebuck, mostly.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah. Number two is the Buffalo Sabres with 96.2. Number three is
Whoa.
number three is the New Jersey Devils with a 96.1. Number four is the Tampa Bay Lightning with a 90.5. And number
Mhm.
five is the Carolina Hurricanes with an 89.5. So, quick highlight here, the only teams that are top five in power play and penalty kill so far this year, the New Jersey Devils and the Winnipeg Jets. And someone who I think will stay, let's go with the positive note. Someone who I think will stay in the penalty kill, I think will be the Winnipeg Jets. And mainly, you already said it, Hellebuck. This guy will bail him out. If it's the regular season, he'll bail him out. Postseason, that's a different story for Hellebuck. But I think the Winnipeg Jets will stay in the top
Okay.
five penalty kill at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then someone, I don't want to contradict myself, even though I said the Sabres can make a playoff spot. Let's be real. I don't think they'll be a top five penalty kill team. I mean, they do have some names on the defensive side of their team, but I mean, Darlene, he's mainly known for offense. So, I mean, I'm sure he's not a bad penalty killer, but still, he's mainly known for offense. Bo Byram, he's a two-way, but still,
Mm.
he's not a super defensive guy. And then UPL, I like him, but he does have hints of being inconsistent. So, Sabres, I don't think they're a bad team, but will they be top five in penalty kill when the season's done? I don't think so. So that's who I'm,
No shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no. So that's my team not to stay up in the top 5, and that just like I said before, the Sabres will not be even a top 10 at the end of the season in
That
penalty
that
kill.
might that might be a fair. That one I won't debate.
Yeah,
The wild one at least is debatable. The Sabres, yeah, I don't see that happening unless
yeah,
something crazy happens.
yeah, and so I agree with the Sabres not being in there, and the one that will probably be there at the end of the year, top 5 penalty kill. Just to say, different from you. I mean, how can you argue against Hellebuck and the
Yeah,
Jets and stuff? But I do see the Tampa Bay Lightning probably still being in the top 5 in penalty kill with
that's fair.
as defensive as their defensive front is, and with Vasilevsky. Uh, yeah, no, you could argue that, you know. So yeah, I would
But
see them probably still being up there too. I'm kind of surprised by the Hurricanes being in the top 5 penalty kill. for the first 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
I like the Hurricanes. They got a lot of talent on their roster, and also Frederick Anderson. He can play, dude. A lot of people forgot that he can actually.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's actually a really solid netminder. I don't know why people just forgot about him. I don't know. It's probably all the hate from Leafs fans. But I don't
yeah,
know why Leafs fans. I mean, I'm not calling you guys out directly, but there are some Maple Leafs fans out there that treat their players like shit, and that is some of the reason why Mitch Marner left.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Anyway, well, let's go take a little bit of a deep dive. The New Jersey Devils were one of the teams that were in the top five in the power play and top five on the penalty kill. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the New Jersey Devils being the first seed in the NHL right now. So they are currently hot. They are 6-1 as of the time of this recording. It might change a little bit by the time it gets posted. But Jack Hughes got a hat trick against the Maple Leafs, and they are the first seed. Like I said, Jack Hughes has been very, very good so far this year, and he's not as good as Eichel because Eichel's still on another planet right now. But hey, he's right. He's kind of right next to him. Jack Hughes, Luke Hughes is doing good. Dougie Hamilton is even doing good.
Yeah,
Uh,
Dougie Hamilton had 2 goals
yeah,
just last night.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, Devils, everything. No pun intended. They're very hot.
yeah, yeah. And what's Nico Heischer?
I love Nico Heischer. He
He's
got robbed of a sulky.
yeah, that's a guy that you just forget about, and
And you
he's
shouldn't.
he's on his names on the box score all over. So he's one of those guys that you just forget about, and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So
And then the Devils have a lot of people like that, I believe. If you ask kind of a common NHL fan, like about someone like Paul Cutter or someone
yeah,
like Jasper Bratt or Dawson Mercer, they'll just be like, "Oh, I don't got much of an opinion," but those guys,
Jasper Brett, that's a
yeah, that's a bigger name than Paul Cutter, obviously,
yeah,
but still, those are guys who are pretty valuable,
yeah,
and they have a lot of nice depth pieces in New Jersey.
yeah,
So I think that's some of the they're a very well-rounded team. Their offense is good, their defense is good, and their goaltending is good.
yeah. That it seems like when you were just describing them, what I'm thinking about is it sounds like you were talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning,
Yeah, kind of.
like just a couple big names and then a lot of depth pieces around those big names
Yeah,
and good goaltending and defensive defenseman and offensive defenseman. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean,
yeah, I could see the comparison for sure.
yeah,
I would say Kucherov is obviously a way bigger name than Hughes, but
yeah, yeah,
Hughes. I mean, he's still very, very young, so maybe he could close that margin up.
yeah,
Uh, all right. So before this podcast, I asked No Doubt Dog if he's gonna say I'm a bandwagon, and I didn't give many reasons, but I told him I bought a jersey. And I've always been a fan of Jack Hughes and always been a kind of a closet Devils fan. And that's who I bought a jersey of. I wanted
oh
to get his
yeah,
live reaction. I got a Jack Hughes jersey, guess. Now I don't own
okay,
any jerseys other than my favorite teams, but I want to start expanding out and getting just players that I like. I've always liked Jack Hughes, very good. I mean, just about at everything he does. I will say sometimes he's a little bit of a puck hog on the power play, which I didn't like seeing that. As a centerman, you're gonna want to kind of share the wealth a little bit, but
yeah, yeah,
I mean, I mean, he's good enough where he can get away with that.
yeah.
So
I agree.
I mean,
He's not a McDavid, but
yeah, he's
yeah,
not a McDavid, but I mean, he's kind of that tier below him. And I like this guy is very young. I don't even Jack Hughes. I think he's only 25 or 26. So yeah, he's got a lot of room to improve.
yeah,
Even though he doesn't need improvement, I mean, he can still take another step up. Luke Hughes, also his brother, of course, is improved a lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, so, no. I got nothing to say against that. I mean,
I can't. Yeah,
he's a good player.
I
Like,
can't wait to
yeah.
wear it on the podcast as well. It's their stadium series
Oh yeah.
that they wore last year. I don't remember if
Oh,
exactly. I don't know. You guys will see it soon. Trust me. I'll wear it next hockey podcast.
well,
Uh,
that will be delivered by then.
hopefully, I'll wear it in the next couple hockey podcasts.
There you go.
All right, let's talk about Sidney Crosby. He passed Mario Lemieux for all-time Penguins points, including playoffs. So playoff and regular season. And we are
Oh,
going to do a little bit of a this or that, I guess you could say. Who is the better all-time Pittsburgh Penguin, Sidney Crosby or Mario Lemieux? Now, I know you're going to want to go and shout your answer. Probably. Most people would. But let's go ahead and break
I
down.
think I think this is a good thing to.
I think this is a good question.
Yeah, it is because I don't have an answer right now. I mean, because they're very
Yeah,
very comparable.
they are.
You know, you could argue this or that. Like it's
Well,
it's pretty close.
well, fear not. I wrote down all the statistics you need to know.
Okay.
Sidney Crosby has had 629 goals, 1,066 assists, 1,695 points, a plus minus of 199, a three-time Cup winner, a two-time Art Ross, a two-time Conn Smythe, a two-time Hart Memorial Trophy, and an eight-time All-Star. Very, very, very impressive resume. Let's go over to Mario Lemieux.
Okay. Okay. Before you give his numbers, how many cups did Lemieux get?
Two. I know it's not all about cups, but that is the most important accolade. Now, obviously,
There's a reason I asked.
like if you want to be technical, Pat Maroon has more cups than Mario Lemieux, but obviously, no one's gonna say Pat Maroon's better than Lemieux. So I hate like the very, very casual fans who be like, "Who's got more cups? He's better." You know what I'm saying? There's some like 8-year-olds like that. It's like, dude, come on, shut up. All right, now Mario Lemieux stats. Let's just say it for the sake of it.
Mhm.
So keep in mind he is gonna have more points because this is just regular season. The record was postseason and regular season points.
Okay.
So that's why if you guys would be like, well, Lemieux has more points, this is why. And don't worry, Crosby will probably break it by the end of the year anyway.
It's that close.
Yeah, it's like a 23-point margin. So
Oh, jeez.
yeah,
Wow.
Crosby will break it unless he gets injured. Let's be real. So Mario Lemieux, 690 goals, 1,033 assists, 1,713 points, a plus minus of 114, a two-time Cup winner, six-time Art Ross, that's four more Art Rosses, two-time Conn Smythe, same amount as Conn Smythe, three-time Hart Memorial Trophy winner, that's one more Hart Memorial Trophy, a nine-time All-Star, that's one more All-Star appearance, and one-time Calder Rookie of the Year trophy.
Huh.
So when you look at awards, when you look at just awards, other than the cup,
Lemieux.
you got to give it to Lemieux.
Yeah.
But is that really Crosby's fault? Like, let's think about who Crosby was going against.
Well, you got to think about who Lemieux's going against too.
Gretzky. Yeah.
Gretzky.
True. No, like that. I'm not saying there's a clear side to anything. Like,
Yeah.
but then Crosby's also going against McDavid, Draisaitl, Ovi.
Yeah.
So
McKinnon.
yeah, McKinnon, Kucherov, even, yeah.
Yep. Kucherov.
So, I
So,
really don't want to be recency bias here, but I think I'm gonna give it the better all-time Pittsburgh Penguin. I'm gonna give it to Crosby, and it's very, very close. I think a lot of people would say Crosby, but I mainly did this segment because I think it's a lot closer than what people think. Mario Lemieux is, I mean, before Crosby suited up, was the best Penguin, undisputed, no doubt about it. But six-time Art Ross for Mario Lemieux, that is very impressive. The only reason I'm going to give the edge to Crosby is because you got to think he's played less, I believe he's played less games than Lemieux. Crosby did suffer not a lot of injuries, but every now and then he got a few concussions in his earlier years. I remember that. So he would probably have more awards, which obviously he can't do anything about injuries. But I'm also not going to give him it just because based off injuries. I'm also going to give it that one Stanley Cup. Now, I was just saying cups, like there's there's a lot more than cups. But look, when you compare like who Lemieux was going against, like someone like Gretzky, I mean, obviously the undisputed GOAT.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's just more for. I think there's more variety in uh, the leaders in Crosby's era. Like you went from his younger days going against Ovi and people like that. Maybe Steven Stamkos even got a Art Ross or something in there because Stammer was really really solid for a while.
Yes.
And then going to Nathan McKinnon during like around the same mid career that I now at the newer age going against Connor McDavid, Kucherov,
Yeah.
Draisaitl even. So that's some of the reason. And it does suck because the four Art Rosses, that's a pretty big skill margin, I would say.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Four Art Rosses, that margin, just four Art Rosses. Most players don't even have four Art Rosses.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think Crosby, mainly because he will break Lemieux's regular season point record and more cups. He's got a way better plus minus, so he's a little bit better defensively. They both have the same number of Conn Smythes. Lemieux does have one more Hart and one more All Star, but also let's be real, Crosby would have had a lot more All Star games if there. Was there a lockout? Was the lockout a thing when Crosby was playing, or was that right before Crosby?
Uh, you know, I don't really. Oh man, I don't really remember. It wa- it might have been right before.
It might have, but anyway, let's say for the sake of argument, if it was for the sake of argument,
Yeah.
you got the lockout, which we can't remember at the top of our heads if that affected an All Star appearance for Crosby or not. Crosby has also declined just being in the All Star game before. I believe him and Ovi declined at one time, and
Yeah.
then you've got to think about the bubble when they were in the 2020 season, and then you got to think about the Four Nations
COVID
face
season. Yeah.
the Four Nations. That took away. So let's be real. Crosby would have a lot more All Star appearances as well. The only thing I would say significantly Lemieux is better than is the Art Ross, which unfortunately Crosby, I think he's faced more powerhouse. Obviously, Gretzky is the biggest powerhouse in hockey there is, but like that's about it.
Yeah. No.
Like I'm not shitting on anyone else in the '90s, but they there wasn't like a Draisaitl, McDavid, Kucherov, Pasternak, Nathan McKinnon, Austin Matthews. Like I don't think there was that much spread out talent, is what I'm saying in the '90s.
Yeah. Yeah. They're. Yeah. No. I think Crosby's kind of cemented his legacy in Pittsburgh as being the best Penguin that franchise has ever had. But like you said, it's pretty damn close.
I think it's a lot
Pretty
close.
damn close.
I think it's a lot closer than what people think. I think
Yeah.
if you ask like 100 hockey fans off the street, I think at least 90 of them would say Crosby, and it's a lot closer than that.
Yeah.
It's a lot closer than that.
Yeah, it should be 60-40.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're not even like obviously it's opinionated, so we're not even 100% right, but that's just our personal opinion.
Who's the best Penguins goalie?
I mean, probably Flower. I mean, I don't even think that's debatable. Probably.
Yeah, no, I think it's Flower hands down.
Yeah, even though he's kind of had a little thing for choking in the playoffs a little bit, like when they had to bring in Matt Murray. That hurt. That hurt some of his reputation, but I mean, obviously, still a Hall of Fame goaltender.
Yes,
Is
absolutely.
is still a very good goaltender.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, actually, speaking of goaltenders, I'm glad you brought that up. No doubt, dog. Welcome to the goalie corner. We're gonna spend those last 10 minutes talking about goaltenders in the NHL. So obviously, let's talk about Igor Shesterkin. Very impressive start to the year. Currently, whatever.
Before we do that, thank you, Igor, for pissing down your leg and getting the Sharks their first W. We thank you.
Celebrini's second career hat trick, 5-point night for Celebrini. Will Smith got 2 goals as well. As a Sharks fan, I was pretty happy. That's
Yeah,
the first time
that was a hell of a game.
we looked solid. But this is before Igor let up those 6 goals. So the numbers are going to be a little different, but still, Igor, I think, is still top 3 in goals against. But anyway, at the time I wrote this down, Igor Shesterkin had a 1.17 goals against average, by far the best in the NHL at the time. Now I know it's going to change a little bit.
Yeah,
It's going to happen. And his save percentage at 957 also led the NHL. Igor Shesterkin, even though you did shit down your leg in Madison Square Garden against the San Jose Sharks, you are still the best goaltender in the league right now. I think that's easily to say. And let's talk about Scott Wedgwood. 5 wins. He leads the NHL. And obviously, we talk about Scott Wedgwood. I think you need to talk about that brilliant defense he has ahead of him. But he has 1.84 goals against, a 927 save percentage. Also got to give him his props where it's due. I don't think he leads the NHL with wins anymore, but he's right around that range. And then Cam Talbot, this one's kind of surprising. I put a bunch of question marks around it. Cam Talbot, for some reason, him and the Red Wings, anytime he suits up for the Red Wings, he's doing good. He had four games played for Cam Talbot, 3 wins so far on the year, and a 1.78 goals against and a 932 save percentage. I don't know what Cam Talbot's doing at his old age, but hey, he is doing pretty good. And I was gonna tell No Doubt Dog.
That might be one of the reasons why the Red Wings are, have such a good record. Honestly, that maybe you can't argue those numbers.
I think it's that some
Those
of the
stats are.
I think it was a 6th-round rookie they took, Ebbett Finney. That rookie's doing really good as well. Dylan Larkin's doing really good, and so is DeBrincat.
Larkin is hot.
Yeah. So yeah, everything's kind of going good for the Red Wings right now. But anyway, let's get back to the goals.
I don't know. I don't know if DeBrincat's doing so hot.
No, he was. I know he was at least second on the team in points.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if his goal scoring touch has been back to the one game I was watching the other night, and it said that he doesn't have a goal yet this year.
So he's picking up points. I know that.
Yeah, he's picking up Larkin's assists.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I talked to No Doubt Dog before this, and since he's known to be no doubt, we are gonna have him pick a Vezina candidate. And this is who No Doubt Dog will think wins the Vezina, the best goaltender in the league. And then I told him to pick one dark horse, one who would make people think a little bit. They'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I could see that. So I told him to do this before the podcast. I'm interested to see what he's going to say. I don't even know. This is my live reaction, just like he had the live reaction of me getting a Jack Hughes jersey. So let's go ahead. You take the floor, No Doubt Dog.
Okay. I think you could always say Hellebuck and Igor and Vasilevsky and stuff like that. Those would be obvious answers, but I'm gonna go with a goalie of one of my favorite teams.
Oh no!
And
I hope it's not Askarov.
No.
I like Askarov, but he's just started bad.
Yeah. Jay Stunt Double would really be proud because I'm going to say Logan Thompson.
Oh.
For the Vezina. I just looked at his numbers before we started this episode, and he's his goals against average is 1.5, and he doesn't have a shutout yet, and I think shutout just really that's the icing on the cake. Yeah. But as his save percentage, phenomenal. 1.5 goals against for the first 2 weeks of the season. Pretty good. The Capitals have really gotten better with, defensively. They just gotten better. Their coach has made them buy into playing fucking defense instead of just all offense. So that's how the Capitals are doing it. And My dark horse. This is this is a dark horse pick for sure. Because I don't really think he'll he has a chance to get it, but this is a guy that I think. I mean, he won't get the wins to get it. I mean, you got to get the wins in
Yeah,
order to
sure.
have the Vesna. But this guy he'll have the numbers, but he won't have the wins, unfortunately. And I really like Dustin Wolf out of
Oh,
Calgary.
yeah.
I think he's a really good young goaltender, and I rarely see him have a bad game. All season long, he might have bad games. You could count on one hand. You know, you won't need a second hand to count his bad games. And that's for the entire season.
Yeah.
Um, so I really like Dustin Wolf. I think he's going to have a very good career, and hopefully Calgary builds a team in front of him that maybe they could win. So um, that's my dark horse pick.
I
Yeah.
like it. I like it a lot. Sometimes Calgary leaves him out to dry, which is
Okay.
not his fault. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's a very good goaltender, obviously.
Yes. Yep. Really bright future ahead for that kid. Yeah. So, well, what's your picks?
Well, I was just gonna have you do it, but okay, I guess I'll give mine real quick.
Yeah. Why not?
All right. Well, for that, shit, put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Go with a dark horse pick first, because
like,
my dark horse pick, he's not really having a chance to win. I don't see it, but I had to shout out Dustin Wolf for something because he's gonna be good.
all right, I guess I'll go with my dark horse, even though it's not gonna happen whatsoever, because this guy's been actually kind of bad.
Oh jeez.
'Cause, I mean, I got him on my fantasy team. Uh,
Oh boy.
Ilya Sorokin,
Oh
which he is a good goaltender, but has his
he's
moments, man. He really does.
yeah, he's having a slow start. Yeah.
Yeah, he's picked up a couple of wins, but I think that's mainly because Matthew Schaefer is just he's single handedly like made the Islanders respectable almost
Yeah.
this first couple weeks into the season. So I guess that'll be my dark horse. I don't want to go with something too basic,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go with
Or Igor.
yeah.
Those are the two most basic
I'm
answers.
gonna go with someone who did get Vesna votes last year, but didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
You know who it is?
No.
Darcy Kemper.
Oh,
He's actually started the season kind of slow too, so
Jay would like that pick.
yeah, he would. I like Darcy Kemper a lot. He's I got a very stupid brother who thinks he's dumb.
The cat's meow.
No, I got a very stupid brother who thinks Darcy Kemper's ass when he's not.
Oh yeah, Jay's stunt double.
Yeah, Jay stunt double. Let's just say he doesn't really know puck that well because Darcy Kemper is good. Very good goaltender. He's always been a good goaltender, a Stanley Cup champion. Now, did he have a really good defense in front of him when he won the Stanley Cup? Yes, but still, very good goaltender. And he knows how to win games. He can make big time saves.
Yeah.
I like Darcy Kemper a lot. Even though the Kings did lose one of my favorite defensemen on their team, Vladislav Gavrikov. So I feel like that kind of hurts him. But Darcy, I feel like he's able to get it done for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
I think your picks are a lot better than mine, but there's a reason why they call him No Doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. They and I just wanted to touch on the. Let's go before we end. The Sabres just tied it up against the Leafs again, so that's good.
If the Sabres win again, that would be insane.
Yeah, back-to-back wins over the Leafs. That would be a statement.
Oh, actually, let's talk about what I mean.
But I did want to bring up while we've been watching this game, they brought up Josh Doan
Yeah, he's doing good as
Don't.
well.
Yeah, he's doing phenomenal
Jack Quinn's
so
doing
far.
slightly better. That's why I brought him up. But still, Josh Doan, I don't want to take anything
A
away from
hell of
him.
a streak for Doan.
He's got 6 points, 2 goals, and 4 assists, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right up there with. Oh, they just called it no
Oh.
goal. Oh,
Oh. Well, they are playing in Toronto, so yep. Still,
I don't even know why they.
Sabres still losing 2-1.
Honestly, I don't know why they called it no goal, but anyway, yeah, it's just playing in the background, so it's not really that important. But anyway, Josh Doan, he's also doing very good. And I guess before we end, I don't got anything written down, but I feel like we haven't talked about the Maple Leafs at all.
Yeah.
They fucking suck. Why do they suck so bad? Matthews is doing solid.
They're missing Mitchie.
No, like actually, I think that's some of it. I think that is some of it.
That's definitely some of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, is that all of it? I don't know. Maybe because Mitchie was that good, but I feel like they are missing also a solid defenseman. I feel like they're kind of a defenseman away from being like a pretty good team. I mean, obviously they're
You could say that every fucking year.
for the Leafs.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like they don't do it. I don't know. They just don't add defensemen at all. I don't know what it is.
They got OEL. They have
He's okay.
Morgan Riley.
Morgan Riley's good.
They got McCabe. Yeah,
That's nothing special.
no. He's supposed to be a defensive defenseman. That's what they need help with.
This might be a hot take. I would rather take the Sharks defensive. I would take the Sharks.
I'm a Sharks fan, and I don't agree with that.
I would take the Sharks defensive pairs against the Leafs.
Oh.
With the additions of Orlov and Klingberg and all of them, obviously.
Oh, man. That's rough.
I don't think it's really that rough. Even though Orlov has had kind of a slow start, I don't think it's really that rough to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably a lot of people would disagree with me, but I mean, seriously, I think the Leafs need somebody like that. They need an Orlov or a Klingberg even. Fuck, even a Nick Leddy. Like, god damn. Like, the Leafs are not good defensively. Easton Cohen is the rookie. He did all right in his first couple games, but he's been kind of on a... He hasn't picked up a point a little bit, so he's kind of due for that.
There's some goalies that are coming back. UPL just came back today.
Yeah.
The Leafs have a goalie that Wool.
Oh, Joseph Woll.
Yep, he's coming back. So I don't know if he's gonna take the starting spot, but he's healthy and will be coming back shortly. And also, you brought up Wedgwood. Blackwood is also getting ready to come back. He was in the minors for a conditioning stint. So probably this coming week, sometime like next week, Blackwood will come back. And I think he's going to eat into, I mean...
Oh, yeah, easily. Blackwood's supposed to be the starter.
Yeah. Wedgwood's been good in his absence, but I think Blackwood is the clear number one net miner.
I think he's definitely earned a lot more playing time with this performance, though.
True.
Well, all right. That's around the end of the video. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure to rate us 5 out of 5 stars. It means a lot. Like I said,
I appreciate it.
Like I said earlier in the episode, we post NHL and NFL. If you're a fan of both, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you're a fan of only one, make sure to still leave a like and subscribe because we still post a lot of content on both sides.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's around the end of the video. Face mask out.